All right, today, so what I'm going to be covering are top trends for 2020 parcel shipping, and there's four in particular. Like every year, the number one trend is that rates are going to continue to rise. At the end of every year, and it's already happened this year, UPS and FedEx have both announced their general price increase for next year, which on average each year is only around 4.9%. What you don't see in that increase is the surcharges. And this year, surcharges are going to have a pretty substantial impact on parcel shippers who have larger parcel shipments. So this year, the change from 70 pounds as the threshold for the additional handling fee that has now been reduced to 50 pounds, which is impacting a lot of shippers who are in that threshold range between 50 and 70 pounds, who are now going to be hit with a close to $25 per occurrence fee. So in addition to that, there's also been some surcharge changes with the DAS fees, which are changes and increases to the number of zip codes which get hit with a delivery area surcharge fee. So more shipments will get hit with the DAS fee. Those fees go up every year. That trend is going to continue. And the way that we hope that we can help our clients reduce that spend is by understanding opportunities to avoid these fees or mitigate the cost from the carrier as it pertains to your contractual pricing. So that's one first major trend. The second major trend is actually going to be doing with customer expectations. So the Amazon effect is what everyone calls it, but the idea that shippers want faster shipping, cheaper shipping, often free shipping is a trend that is only going to continue with more and more very, very large shippers finding way to, through multi-channel fulfillment, deliver faster in 2 days or less and for free. That expectation has bled over into pretty much all e-commerce and industry. People want shipping fast, they want it free. That trend makes it extremely hard for shippers to remain competitive with their product prices and their margins when you're cutting directly into your margin for shipping costs. So that trend will continue, that demand will be higher, and fighting against that pull from the carrier and the customer on both ends is the struggle that I think is only going to get tougher as time goes on. So the third trend is going to be businesses and shippers who are getting smarter about the carriers that they use. So not only fulfilling from different parts of the country, but also diversifying the carrier network that you work with is a key trend that very, very smart shippers are using to mitigate costs. With that, what we are anticipating is more people who are traditionally using a single source carrier like a UPS or a FedEx, now using final mile delivery partners as well as USPS to find the cheapest method of shipping to their client while still meeting those strict delivery deadline demands that their clients expect. So having that carrier network, which is diversified among 2 or 3 or even 4 carriers, is going to allow you to meet those expectations while still mitigating cost. And then the fourth trend, last but not least, is the use of analytics for companies to become smarter in the way that they ship. So the third trend in particular, understanding where you can optimize your shipping and which carriers you can use to do that. The details are the necessary factor of that. The data that drives those smart decisions and the understanding of where you can optimize your supply chain, that trend is increasing. Year over year over year, we're seeing more of our clients who are diving deep into the data, who aren't just using our service to find discrepancies in invoice billing, but really turning their data into actionable information so they can make smart decisions. And if you have a multi-carrier network, how to optimize that and get the best use out of it. So continuing to further use analytics and be smarter shippers and hopefully mitigating cost.